We're seeing light volumes on the market today, with the market treading water ahead of the FOMC meeting. The US Federal Reserve expected to raise interest rates by 25 basis points, but the risk is in the dot plots, with the market anticipating that possibly 4 interest rate hikes may be factored in for 2018 instead of the 3 current hikes on the dot plots. If we have a look at the market, we are seeing energy performing well after oil prices jumped over 2% in New York. And if we have a look at companies in focus, Crown is in focus after we saw James Packer resigning from the board. He returned to the board in January 2017, and since then the company has exited Macau and focused in on Australia. No huge changes to strategy of Crown is expected. We've also seen Myer coming out with its first half numbers. Net profit pre-items coming in at $40.1 million, which is within the range that Myer guided between $37 to $41 million. No first half dividend as expected. We did see sales stabilizing, with the second half being better than what we saw in January. And online sales are positive, with new sales channels also being looked at. The company, though, is still on the hunt for a CEO and saying that it will go back to targeting its traditional consumer. And that seems to be putting a little bit of pressure on Myer shares coming into the afternoon. We've seen Synlait, which manufactures baby formula, up by 13% today after its first half net profit came in at $40 million compared to the previous corresponding period where it was just $10 million. Not only that, but the growth profile looking good, with New Hope Nutritional and Bright Dairy looking at a 4-fold volume growth over the next 5 years. Meanwhile, in that same space, we are seeing Fonterra down by 1.1% after a record half-year loss on the back of being made underperforming. And Nufarm doing well, up by 5%. Its underlying profit coming in at $10.7 million, beating expectations, with consensus sitting at $7.1 million. Not only that, Nufarm expecting to see a weighting towards its earnings in the second half. So in the second half, expecting to see an acceleration in momentum. Its full year earnings, EBIT, expected to come in at growth of 5 to 10%. So all in all, the Australian share market with some slight gains, up by 0.3%, but light volumes ahead of that FOMC US interest rate meeting.